Hey everyone and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm doing a book review of Throne of Glass by Sarah J Maas. As you can see from the background, I'm not at uni, I'm at home for the 2 weeks of Easter, and I picked this up and read this in those 2 weeks. I think I actually read this in about 4 days-ish, and that is pretty amazing for me. So that kind of tells you how much I enjoyed this and how good it is. Overall, I think I would give Throne of Glass by Sarah J Maas 4 out of 5 stars. I could have given it 3, I could have given it 5. Overall it was a great book, it was amazing, and the characters are great. I just had some qualms with it, some of which could have meant that I gave it a 3, but the greatness of it could have meant I could have given it a 5, so in the end I went in the middle. Throne of Glass is a YA fantasy book surrounding the character Selena Sardothian, who's on the cover. She is Adelan, which is the fantasy world that the book is set in. She is Adelan's most dangerous and best assassin, and she made a mistake. She got caught, and the book enters, and she's in the mines serving a life sentence, and she's half dead, pretty much. And we meet her when the prince and the captain of the guard of her deal that if she is she will represent the prince in a tournament, in the king's tournament, to become his champion, and if she wins after 4 years she will get her freedom. The problem is, if she doesn't win, she will go back to the mines and probably die. And this book it's great, it's full of action, and as I said, it follows a character called, the main character, Selena Sardothian. She is the most insane kick-ass female protagonist. If you like strong females and fantasy books, this is definitely one to check out. She is just the most amazing character, so kick-ass, so sarky, and she's 18, which is something which people in the book, a lot of them don't know, that Selena Sardothian, everyone knows her name, the most feared and deadly assassin in the land. They don't know she's 18, and she's just an amazing protagonist. I think she's up there with one of my favourite, if not my favourite female protagonist, just because she is so cool, so kick-ass, and she is just amazing. This book, as I said, is fantasy. There's elements of magic which I didn't see coming, and there is just, yeah, it's just amazing. So if that sounds like something which you'd be interested in, then definitely go and pick this up, because it is great. Plus the second and third books in the series are out, which means you don't have to wait around for them. It means if you do enjoy this, you can go and pick them straight up, and if you don't enjoy this, it doesn't matter. If you do enjoy it, the book's already out, so you don't have to be waiting a year before the next one. So that's the end of my non-spoilery part of this video. If you haven't read this, go and read it and then come back. And if you have read it, carry on watching. Or if you don't mind being spoiled, then keep going as well. Now, as I said, I had a few issues with this book. My main one was the love triangle that it is sort of presenting. The love triangle is never made that clear to the characters. But at the same time, it is obvious that it's there and that it's going to be developed further in the second and third books, which is something which I'm not necessarily looking forward to. I'm not the biggest fan of love triangles, and I don't know, it's just, part of me just thought it was a little bit unnecessary, if I'm honest. Yet at the same time, I can see how it will create more action, more drama in this book and in the next few ones. I did sort of enjoy seeing how Selena interacted with the two different guys, one of whom is the Crown Prince Dorian, and the other is the Captain of the Guard, Holl. I am bad with names, so this book did not help me with that, because the spellings of things were not ideal, but we'll go with Holl. I loved seeing how she interacted with the two of those, how their personalities affected her relationships with them and that sort of thing. I didn't like how the love triangle and Selena's relationships with Dorian and Holl, how they sort of got left on a bit of a open playing field. I kind of just wish at the end of this she would have picked one, but again, I said, it's obvious that Sarah J Maas has left this open for the love triangle and the relationships to sort of affect the next book and to be developed further. As I mentioned at the beginning, Selena is an amazing female character, amazing kick-ass female character, and she's not the only one. I loved it predominantly. The majority of the female characters in this are amazing. Nehemia, the princess, and Elena are also two amazing and strong and feisty female characters that I just loved, and that's one of the things which I did enjoy the most about this book, that the female characters don't sort of sit on the sidelines. They are involved and they are feisty and they are not pushed to the back. They're just great, and that's something which I really enjoyed about this. However, part of me kind of felt like that meant that at times the two main male characters, Dorian and Holl, weren't as developed as they could have been. I sort of just felt like they were at times a little underdeveloped. That we could have got to know them more. I could have wanted to know more. I wanted to see them more, especially Holl. I just felt like we knew him as Captain of the Guard and that was it. At times he was a little bit sarky and to the mick a bit, but that was it. I felt like I just wanted to know him a little bit more, and I would have really enjoyed a bit more depth to Dorian and Holl, but I'm hoping that will come in the next book and we will get to know them a bit more. That was one thing which I felt like was missing from this, a bit more depth, or a depth on the same levels that there is of people like Selena and Nehemia. I wanted to sort of have the same depth that they have in Dorian and Holl. As I sort of hinted at the beginning, there is obviously the magic element to this, and that is something which I did not see coming whatsoever. I did not see it coming, and it surprised me a heck of a lot. I actually really enjoyed it, especially with the involvement of Elena and stuff like that. That was really interesting, and I loved how that was interwoven in the story and how that was involved. And is it the wired marks, whatever they're called? I really enjoyed figuring out about those and the mystery surrounding those that Selena sort of was about, and that she was trying to figure out. I really enjoyed that. However, I sort of felt like, especially in the duel at the end with Cain, was it necessary? Did I really need all this magic stuff? Was that really necessary? I'm not too sure, but overall I did enjoy the magic stuff. I really didn't see it coming, and I actually enjoyed that it's not hinted at in the synopsis. That's something which you sort of find out about and you're like, oh, okay, hello, this is something which I didn't expect. I did love that part and that element that I just didn't know was going to happen, then it did happen, and I was like, oh, okay, this is great. And it was really interesting and a really fun element, but at times is this necessary, especially in the duel. So overall, those are my thoughts on Throne of Glass by Sarah J. Maas. I did really enjoy this. I sped through it, and Selena is up there with some of my top favourite characters now. She is just amazing. I'm excited to see where this series goes. Looking at the taglines for the next few, which are in the back, the next book, as far as I'm aware, I think is probably going to have more to do with the love triangle in, which part of me isn't looking forward to, but I'm kind of interested to see who she picks and where it's going to go. But I just want to know what's going to happen to Selena. Want to know what the king has got in store for her. Want to know more about the king, because he is hardly in this, and I'm really looking forward to knowing more about him and about where his character is going to go and where he's going to take things and how he's involved with the magic. Because that conversation with the king and Parrington at the end in the last few chapters, I was like, whoa, okay, I really want to know what's going to happen here, because that was great. And yeah, I said, I'm really looking forward to the next one. 4 out of 5 stars. Selena, great character. The females in this are just, oh, Sarah J. Maas writes them so well. And yeah, those are my thoughts on Throne of Glass by Sarah J. Maas. 4 out of 5 stars. I hope you enjoyed this, guys. Remember to like and subscribe if you did. I will leave my Goodreads page below so you can see what I'm reading, the reviews of things which I have read over the last few weeks, and all that good stuff. And I shall see you next time. Bye.